Hi there everybody, good morning and welcome to Mandala Flow. If I haven't met you before, my name is Maz and I'm going to be guiding you through this mandala practice this morning. So for any of those of you who are new to the mandala practice, it is a dynamic vinyasa flow practice. So cultivating a connection and synchronizing your movement with your breath is what we're going to be doing basically. The difference between this and other vinyasa flow classes that you might have done is that we're going to be moving 360 degrees around the mat. So from the front to the back to the front. And in the mandala practice, we work with the elements. So earth, water, fire and air. Each of those elements is connected to a group of muscles or a part of the body. And also each of the elements is connected to an energy center or chakra that run up the length of the spine. So today we're going to be working with the element of earth. So our sequence is going to be working with forward folds, finding space through the hamstrings, the back of the body, and we're going to be connecting to our root chakra, Muladhara, located at the base of the spine. So as always, we're going to start our practice with a little bit of yin, and we'll also close with a little bit of yin with our mandala flow in between. As I said, it's quite a dynamic practice, so we're going to be moving quite a lot over the next 60 minutes. Please take it at your pace. There's going to be, as we move through, moments where we're going to be having a little play with arm balances or inversions, if that's somewhere that you like to go in your practice. If not, I will offer modifications, and of course if you have your own modifications, please feel free to take them. If you are working with any injuries or any discomfort in your body, please really just make sure to honour how your body's feeling this morning. Allow your practice to really be kind, nourishing and nurturing for your body, for your mind, for your breath, etc. So as I said, we're going to start off with a little bit of yin, and we're actually going to start off coming to a lovely child's pose this morning. So start to bring yourself towards all fours first of all, and just bring your big toes to touch. You can keep your knees together and then start to send your hips back towards your heels and reach your arms forward. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you, then you might take some space between the knees. You can take the knees as wide as the mat or narrower, whatever feels good. And then again, send your hips back towards your heels. Walk your hands forward and release your forehead down towards the mat. So if you feel that there's quite a lot of space between your hips and your heels and you feel a little bit of kind of strain or tension, then you might want to support underneath your forehead. You can use a block or a cushion, anything you have just to give you that little bit of extra support. So coming into your child's pose to begin with this morning. And we're just going to be in here for a couple of minutes, taking this time to arrive onto your mat, to arrive into your practice space, and just start to cultivate an awareness of how you have arrived into your practice space this morning. So how is your body feeling today? How is your breath moving through your body? How is your mood? How is your energy level? What is your mind state? What are the thoughts, the emotions, the feelings that you're carrying with you in this moment? And just see if you can really allow yourself to linger with whatever's there. Sensations, feelings, thoughts, emotions. Just welcome everything that's with you in this moment. Welcome everything that's with you in this moment without judgment. And just take this time to arrive, to settle, to ground your energy. And start to become aware of the sensation of the earth beneath your body. How does it feel to start to become aware of the earth in this way? Do you feel a sense of stability, a sense of being grounded, or is there something else that you feel? And there's no right or wrong. Again, as I said, just allow yourself to linger with what's there. Allowing yourself to be still, Feeling your breath expanding into the back of your body, the front of your body, the sides of your body. Feeling the breath in all directions. And we just take a few more moments in here, finding that connection to the ground, to the earth. Observing, acknowledging, inquiring as to how you've arrived into your practice space today. How do you feel? What's with you? Grounding, settling. Last few moments in here. Okay, very, very slowly press the ground away from you with your hands and start to lift up to all fours. Coming back to that tabletop position, stacking your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide and keep gently pressing the ground away from you with your hands. Gently draw your belly button towards your spine, tuck your toes under, and then nice and slowly start to make your way up into your first downward facing dog, lifting your hips high and gently encouraging your heels down towards the ground. Just take a first few moments to be still in your downward facing dog. How does it feel to start to really find space in your body this morning? And then start to gently bring some movement into your body in your downward facing dog, whether that's pedaling your heels, moving your hips, raising a leg, taking a three-legged dog, whatever feels good for you. Just take some time in here to really move intuitively. Finding that sense of being grounded, that sense of stability. But within that stability, there's a sense of ease, a sense of flow. So just moving here in your downward facing dog. How does the body feel? Is there anywhere that feels a little bit tense or tight? Is there anywhere that feels really quite relaxed and at ease? And then as you feel ready, start to slowly walk your feet towards the front of your mat. Separate your feet hip distance or maybe a little bit wider. As you inhale, allow yourself to lengthen and look forward. As you exhale, soften your knees and come into a forward fold, a standing forward fold, your dangling pose. Allow your head to hang heavy. Take your hands to hold onto your opposite elbows and then just gently allow your torso to sway. Finding that, again, that sense of ease, that sense of flow, that sense of lightness, while at the same time really being grounded and connected to the earth. Finding space through the hamstrings, through the back of the body. And then slowly find your way back to center. Let go of your elbows. Bring the back of your hands down towards the ground. So you might need to soften your knees a little bit more. Gently draw your chin towards your chest. And then nice and slowly, no need to rush, start to walk your hands up the front of your legs. Keep your chin tucked in. Keep your knees soft as you gently and slowly unroll, unfold. Once you arrive all the way up, release your arms by your sides. Take an inhalation, draw your shoulders all the way up to your ears. As you exhale, softly slide the shoulders back and down, find that space. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, draw your shoulders up. Exhale, slide your shoulders back and down. Good. From there, step to the top of your mat, coming to mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet grounded, legs active. So you might have your feet together. If that feels a little bit tight for your lower back, please feel free to take some space between your feet. Whichever option you're taking, as I said, feet grounded, legs active. So lift up through your kneecaps, engage your quads, allow your thighs to spiral in and your tailbone to lengthen down towards the ground. Gently draw your belly button towards your spine, close down your eyes, join together your palms and bring your thumb knuckles to rest at the center of your chest. And just take this time to become aware of the sensation of your feet meeting the earth. How do you experience this connection to the earth? Again, do you feel a sense of steadiness, a sense of stability? Or do you maybe feel a little bit wobbly this morning? Again, acknowledge what's there without judging. Take a moment here to set your intention for your practice this morning. You might also like to bring to your mind, to bring to your heart, a person or possibly group of people that you would like to devote your practice and your energy to this morning. Taking this practice beyond the physical, beyond your yoga mat, beyond your home. Keep your intention with you, keep your dedication with you as you go through your practice today. Gently release your arms by your sides, keep your eyes closed and start to tune into your Ujjayi breath. So gently contracting the back of your throat, breathing in and out through your nose with that soft ocean sound. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your nose. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, expand. Breathe out, ground. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open your eyes. Let's begin our Mandala Flow. Inhale, raise your arms, reach high. Exhale, take a forward fold. Soften your knees if you need to. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, place your hands to the ground. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. Come to a strong high plank. Take a few breaths in here. Inhaling, spread your fingers nice and wide. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Dome the upper back, so press the ground away from you. Find space between the shoulder blades. Gently draw your belly button towards your spine. As you inhale, shift your weight slightly forward. Exhale, bend your elbows. We're going to slowly come all the way down to the mat in a straight line. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Draw your shoulder blades together, cobra. Exhale, lower down your chest. Inhale, come up to all fours. Exhale, send your hips to your heels, come to your child's pose. Inhale, come to all fours. Tuck your toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Let's begin on the right side. Inhale, send your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, gently step your right foot between your hands. Come onto your fingertips, or grab your blocks. Inhale, lift your left leg, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold, standing split. Inhale, lengthen. Step your left foot halfway down the mat. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Once again, forward facing triangle. Inhale, lengthen. Join your palms. Exhale, lift your left leg. Come to your warrior three. Inhale, soften your right knee. Step your left foot back. Rise up to your high lunge. Exhale, open up to the side. Come to your warrior two. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Turn the toes in, raise the arms, reach high. Exhale, folding all the way forward. Place your hands down to the earth. Inhale, lengthen. Walk your hands around to frame your left foot. Exhale, step your left foot back. You're in your high plank at the back of your mat. Again, let's inhale in here. Strong energy through the legs. Exhale. Next inhalation, shift your weight forward. You're on the tippy toes. Exhale, bend your elbows. Slowly come all the way down. Drop your knees if you need to. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your chest, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up to all fours. Exhale, child's pose. Let your movements and breath connect. Inhale, all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog at the back of the mat. Take 3 beautiful breaths in here. Inhale for 1. Exhale. Inhale, spread your fingers, spread your toes. Exhale. Inhale, lift your hips high. Exhale, encourage your heels down towards the ground. We're going to repeat the right side. Same thing once again. Inhale, send your right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale, lift your left leg, lengthen and look forward. Exhale, fold, you're into your standing split. Inhale, lengthen, step your left foot halfway down the mat. Exhale, fold over your right leg once again, forward facing triangle. Inhale, lengthen, join your palms, start to pour the weight into your right foot. Exhale, float your left leg high, use your glutes, warrior 3. Start to soften your right knee, send your left foot all the way back. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, open out to your warrior 2 on the right. Inhale, straighten your right leg, turn your toes in, raise your arms, reach high. Exhale, fold forward, hands come down to the earth. Inhale, lengthen, walk your hands around to frame your left foot. Exhale, step back, high plank at the front of the mat. Take an inhalation here, press the ground away, shift your weight forward. Exhale, come all the way down in a straight line. Untuck your toes, inhale, lift your chest. Come to your cobra, draw your shoulder blades together. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come to all fours. Exhale, sit back, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Tuck your toes, exhale, downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, start to step your feet towards the front of your mat. Bring your feet hip distance apart. With your first 2 fingers and thumbs, take hold of your big toes. Soften your knees if you need to. Take an inhalation to lengthen and look forward. As you exhale, fold, coming into Padangustasana. Holding onto your big toes, lengthening through the spine. As I said, you can soften your knees as much as you need to in here. Using the breath, every inhalation is a soft and subtle lengthening. Every exhalation, maybe you invite yourself a little bit deeper into this forward fold. Draw your toes towards you, but at the same time, press your toes down into the ground. Send your elbows out to the sides. Maintain the space between the shoulders and the ears. Let's take one more beautiful breath in here. And exhale. From there, as you inhale, lengthen. Place your hands down onto the mat. Exhale. From there, step your left foot back. Step your right foot back. Come into your high plank. Inhale. Exhale, elbows bend. Come all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Cobra, press into the tops of your feet. Exhale, lower your chest down. Inhale, come to all fours. Exhale, sit back, take a child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Let's come on to the left side. We'll do our flow. Inhale, send your left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, float your right leg high, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold, come to your standing split. Inhale, lengthen, step your right foot halfway down your mat. Exhale, fold over your left leg, forward facing triangle. Inhale, lengthen, join your palms. Exhale, float your right leg up, come to your warrior 3. Inhale, take a big step back, raise your arms, come to your high lunge. Exhale, open up, come to your warrior 2 on the left. Inhale, straighten your left leg, turn your toes, raise your arms, reach high. Exhale, fold forward, place your hands down to the earth. Inhale, lengthen, walk your hands around to frame your right foot. Exhale, high plank at the back of your mat. Take an inhalation. Exhale, slowly come all the way down to the mat in a straight line. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Come to your cobra. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come to all fours. Exhale, sit back into your child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog at the back of your mat. We stay in here for 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, finding space through the back of the body. Breathing out. Take 1 more breath here. Breathing in and breathing out. We're going to stay with the left side and repeat our flow once more. Inhale, send your left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, raise your right leg, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold, standing split. Inhale, lengthen, step your right foot halfway down the mat. Exhale, fold, forward facing triangle. Inhale, lengthen, join your palms, soften that left knee. Exhale, use your glutes, float your right leg up. Oops. Come to your warrior 3. Oopsie. Inhale, release, come back into your high lunge. Exhale, open up into your warrior 2 on the left. Inhale, straighten your left leg, turn your toes, raise your arms, reach high. Exhale, fold all the way forward, hands come to the ground. Inhale, lengthen, walk your hands around to frame your right foot. Exhale, step back, high plank at the front of the mat. Take an inhalation here. Exhale, slowly come all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes, inhale, lift your chest, cobra. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up to all fours. Exhale, sit back in your child's pose. Inhale, all fours, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, once again, step or walk your feet towards the front of your mat. Again, feet come hip distance. This time we're going to take a slightly deeper variation of that forward fold. We're going to slide the palms of the hands underneath the soles of the feet. If that feels too much, take hold of your big toes once again. Take an inhalation to lengthen and look forward. As you exhale, fold. Again, take as much of a bend in your knees as you need to, finding that space through the back of the body. If you have taken your hands underneath your feet, really allow the toes to press into the fold of the wrists, but at the same time, keep pressing the heels down into the ground also. Try to distribute the weight equally between all 4 corners of both feet. Staying connected to your breath. Every inhalation gently lengthening through the spine. Every exhalation maybe finding a little bit more depth in your forward fold without forcing, without pushing or pulling. Just breathing here. Okay, let's take 1 more breath. And then from whichever variation you're in, take an inhalation to lengthen. Place your hands onto your hips. Come up halfway. Exhale. As you inhale, slowly rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, release into your mountain pose once again. Close down your eyes. Join together your palms, bring your thumbs to rest at the center of your chest. And again, just take a few breaths here at the top of your mat. Is your experience of this mountain pose, this connection to the earth, any different than the first time? Maybe you feel a little bit more stability, a little bit more connection. And just take time to be with that, to be with whatever's there. Invite whatever's there to be with you. And we just take a few more moments here to return to the breath, to return to your intention, your dedication. And then release your arms by your sides, blink your eyes open. We come to our second round of our Mandala Flow. Inhale, raise your arms, reach high. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Soften your knees if you need to. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, place your hands down, step your feet back, come to your high plank. Take an inhalation here. Exhale, your choice, either come all the way down or come halfway for your chaturanga. Inhale, your back bend, cobra or upward facing dog, your choice. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Coming to the right side, inhale, send your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot to the top of your mat. Come onto your fingertips or grab your blocks. Inhale, float your left leg high, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold, come to your standing split. Inhale, lengthen, step your left foot halfway down your mat. Exhale, fold forward over your right leg. We're going to repeat that once again. So inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Float your hands away from the ground. Exhale, fold. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen, move like a wave. Exhale, fold. Last time. Inhale, lengthen, use your breath. Exhale to fold. Nice. This time, inhale, lengthen, soften your right knee, join your palms. Exhale, float your left leg up, warrior 3. Inhale, take a big step back, rise up into your high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior 2 on the right. Inhale, straighten your right leg, turn your toes, raise your arms, reach high. Exhale, fold forward, place your hands to the earth. Inhale, lengthen, walk your hands around to frame your left foot. Exhale, step back and take your vinyasa at the back of the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog at the back of the mat. Drop your knees, untuck your toes, walk your hands forward, keep your hips high and gently lower your chest down towards the ground. Coming to Anahatasana, melting heart. Either your chin or your forehead comes down onto the mat, whatever feels better for you. Take 5 breaths in here. Breathing in. Breathing out, finding space into your shoulders, your upper back, your middle back. If your shoulders feel quite tight this morning, then maybe consider taking your hands a little bit further apart, just to give you some more space in here. Again, staying with the breath. Breathing in. Breathing out. Take 1 more lovely breath in here. And then with your next inhalation, come back up to all fours. Tuck your toes, exhale, lift up, downward facing dog at the back of your mat. Staying with the right side, inhale, send your right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale, lift your left leg, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold, standing split. Inhale, lengthen, step your left foot halfway down your mat. Exhale, fold over your right leg. We're going to stay in this forward-facing triangle. So lots of options here. Hands can be on blocks, hands can be on the mat, framing the right foot. You might start to walk your hands back towards your left foot, so you can draw your chest a little bit closer towards that right leg. You might start to pour the weight into your right leg only, and then start to draw the left heel into the left hip, squeezing your 2 knees together, coming into your Flamingo Pose variation. So wherever you are, stay with the breath. Your right foot is your foundation, so press the ground away from you with that right foot, keeping the right leg straight, but try to avoid locking the right knee, so keep a slight softness there. If you've come into that Flamingo Pose variation, squeeze that left heel in towards your left hip as much as you can. Really point the toes and squeeze your 2 knees together, so keep those inner thighs drawing in towards the center line in here. We're going to take 1 more breath, whichever variation you're working with. If you have taken that Flamingo Pose, step your left foot halfway down the mat once again. Bring your hands to frame your right foot. We come back to our flow. Take an inhalation, lengthen, join your palms. Exhale, float your left leg up. Come to your warrior 3. Inhale, soften your right leg. Send your left foot back. Rise up to your high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior 2, right side. Inhale, straighten your right leg, turn your toes, raise your arms, reach high. Exhale, come to your forward fold, hands to the earth. Inhale, lengthen, walk your hands around to frame your left foot. Exhale, step back and take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop your knees. Bring your elbows down, bring your forearms down. Actively draw your elbows in towards the center line. So draw your elbows as narrow as you can. Press the ground away from you. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. See if you can walk your feet in a little bit closer without collapsing down into the shoulders. Keep pressing the ground away. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you inhale your right leg high, pointing through the toes of your right foot, coming high up onto the ball of the left foot. Maybe you stay there. Maybe you start to have a few little hops coming up into your forearm stand. So wherever you are, keep really drawing those elbows nice and narrow, starting to activate and build strength in the shoulders, the upper back. Stay connected to the breath. If you are staying in your dolphin pose, really, really work on pressing the ground away from you. And maybe start to see if with every breath you can tiptoe your feet in just a millimeter closer, finding that space that you need. Take one more breath wherever you are. Wonderful. From there, as you exhale, drop your knees. Sit back onto your heels. Rest your hands lightly onto your knees or your thighs. Close down your eyes. And just take a moment to be still. Resist the urge to adjust or to fidget. Just be completely still for a few moments. What do you feel? Can you really allow yourself to feel? Inviting in whatever's there. When you're ready, take a deep and full inhalation through your nose. Open up your mouth, gently sigh the breath out. Let's do that one more time. Take a deep inhalation through your nose. Open up your mouth, gently sigh the breath out. And then seal your lips. Reintroduce once again your Ujjayi breath. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, expand. Breathe out, ground. Blink open your eyes. Inhale, come to all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, come to your downward facing dog. Coming onto the left side. Inhale, send your left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, float your right leg high, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold over your left leg, standing split. Inhale, lengthen, step your right foot halfway down your mat. Exhale, fold over your left leg, forward facing triangle. We take our pulsations in here. Really let it flow. Inhale, lengthen, raise your arms. Exhale, come on down, place your hands to your mat. 3 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Let it be fluid. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. One last time. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Come back to the flow. Inhale, lengthen. Soften your left knee. Join your palms. Exhale, float your right leg high. Warrior 3. Inhale, step back. Rise up into your high lunge. Control the movement. Exhale, open up to your warrior 2 on the left. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Turn your toes. Raise your arms. Reach high. Exhale, fold forward, placing your hands down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Walk your hands around to frame your right foot at the back of your mat. Exhale, step back and take a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog at the back of the mat. Drop your knees. Walk your hands forward. Come into your Anahatasana, your melting heart pose once again. Maybe there's a little bit more space this time around. Stay connected to the breath in here. 5 breaths. Continuing to find that space in the shoulders, the upper back, the middle back. Staying with the breath. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through your nose. Take one more. And exhale. As you inhale, slowly make your way up to all fours. Tuck your toes, exhale, lift up, downward facing dog at the back of your mat. We stay on the left side. Inhale, send your left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, lightly step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, float your right leg high, lengthen. Exhale, fold, standing split. Inhale, lengthen, right foot steps halfway down your mat. Exhale, fold over your left leg. We stay in our forward-facing triangle once again. So same options as before, hands on blocks, hands either side of the left foot. Maybe you walk your hands back towards your right foot. Maybe you start to squeeze your right heel in. You squeeze your knees together and you come to your Flamingo Pose. Crown of your head lengthens down towards your left foot. Whichever variation you're taking, stay connected to the breath. Again, every inhalation is a chance to lengthen. Every exhalation may be an opportunity to invite a little bit more depth, a little bit more space into your fold without forcing. Press the ground away from you with your left foot. Maintain that space, that length, that connection to the ground. Take one last breath. If you've come into your Flamingo Pose, start to step your right foot halfway down the mat. Bring your hands to frame your left foot. Let's all come back to the flow. Take an inhalation, lengthen, join your palms. Exhale, float your right leg up. Come to your warrior 3. Inhale, step back with your right foot. Rise up, come to your high lunge. Exhale, open up. Warrior 2 on the left. Inhale, straighten your left leg, turn your toes, raise your arms, reach high. Exhale, fold forward, place your hands to the earth. Inhale, lengthen, walk your hands around to frame your right foot. Exhale, step back and vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog at the front of the mat. Drop your knees. Bring your elbows down, your forearms down. We're going to come once more to our Dolphin Pose. Draw your elbows in close. Press the ground away from you. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, walk your feet in. Maybe you stay here. Maybe this time you inhale your left leg high. Maybe you start to have a few little playful hops and you start to come up into your forearm stand this morning. Breathing wherever you are. In through the nose, out through the nose. Take a couple more breaths in whichever variation you're working with. And then once again, slowly lower your knees. Sit back on your heels, rest your hands onto your thighs. Close down the eyes if it's comfortable and just be still. Completely still. What do you feel? Maybe you feel your heart beating. Maybe you feel energy moving through your body. Welcome whatever's there, sensations, feelings, emotions. Resist the urge to try and change anything about your experience in this moment. Take a full, deep inhalation through your nose. Open up your mouth, gently exhale. One more time, take a full deep inhalation through your nose. Open up your mouth, gently exhale. Close your lips. Come back to your Ujjayi breath. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your nose. Inhale, come through to all fours. Tuck your toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach high. Exhale, release your thumb knuckles to the center of your chest. Close down your eyes. And for the third time, return to your mountain pose. Feel the sensation of the earth underneath you. Notice how your experience of this moment has changed and has evolved from the first time, from the second time to now. Do you feel more sense of stability, groundedness? Do you feel less? And there's no right or wrong. You don't have to feel any particular way. Everything is valid. Gently release your arms by your sides. Blink open your eyes. And let's come to our third and final round of our Mandala Flow. Inhale, raise your arms, reach high. Exhale, take a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, place your hands, step or float back. Take your vinyasa of choice. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale, float your left leg high, lengthen. Exhale, fold, standing split. Inhale, lengthen, step your left foot halfway down your mat. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Inhale, lengthen, join your palms. Exhale, float your left leg into your warrior three. Inhale, step all the way back, rise up to your high lunge. Exhale, open up to your warrior two, right side. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Turn your toes, raise your arms, reach high. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Place your hands down to the earth. We're going to do our pulsations in here this time. So inhale, lengthen, raise your arms, reach forward. Exhale, fold, hands to the earth. 3 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Legs are strong. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Last time. Inhale, lengthen, reach forward, keep the spine long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, walk your hands around to frame your left foot. Exhale, step back and vinyasa at the back of your mat. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So you're at the back of the mat. Take an inhalation. Come all the way forward to your high plank. Bring your legs together. Bring your right hand into the center of the mat and turn onto the outside edge of your right foot. Lift up your left hand. Come to your Vashisthasana. Staying in here. Option to drop your right knee. Option to play with variations with your left leg. Stacking your right shoulder, elbow and wrist in one line. Breathing here. Press the ground away. Try to make space between the right hip and the ground. Stay with the breath. Whatever variation you're working with, keep breathing in here. One more breath. Nice. With your next inhalation, bring your left hand down, come back to your high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Let's stay on the right side. Inhale, send your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale, lift your left leg, lengthen and look forward. Exhale, fold, standing split. Inhale, lengthen, step your left foot halfway down your mat. Exhale, fold over your right leg, forward facing triangle. Inhale, lengthen, join your palms. Exhale, float your left leg up, come to your warrior three. Inhale, step your left foot all the way back, rise up to your high lunge. Exhale, open up to your warrior two. Inhale, straighten your right leg, turn your toes, raise your arms, reach high. Exhale, fold, place your hands down to the earth. We're going to stay in here, take an inhalation, lengthen, look forward. As you exhale, fold. Couple of options here, you keep your hands onto the ground. Maybe you place your hands on blocks if you feel you need to bring the ground a little bit closer. For some of you, you might walk your hands to be parallel with your feet. Bring your crown of the head down to create a triangle. And then maybe you start to come on up into your tripod headstand. Squeezing your elbows in. Lifting up your legs. Breathing wherever you are. If you've gone upside down, split your legs, come back down. Take an inhalation, lengthen. Walk your hands around to frame your left foot. Exhale, step back and vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We stay on the right side. Inhale, send your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, raise your left leg, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold. We're going to stay in our standing split. Lots of options. Hands on blocks, hands on the mat. One or both hands taking hold of the back of the right leg. Maybe some of you walk your hands forward, stacking your shoulders, elbows and wrists in one line. And from there, you might start to have a play with your handstand practice. So if you're taking that option, create that strong connection. Press the ground away from you with your hands and maybe just start to pour your weight into your hands. See if you can possibly come up onto the tippy toes of that right foot. So lifting up your right heel, pouring the weight more into the hands. Maybe you do that a few times, shifting the weight back and forward. Maybe from there you start to rise up into your handstand. Stay with the breath wherever you are. Breathing in. Breathing out. If you're staying in your standing split, doesn't matter how high you're lifting that left leg. Just try to keep it super, super active. One more breath. Wonderful. From there, inhale, lengthen. Step or float your way back with your left foot between your hands. Inhale, raise your right leg, lengthen and look forward. Exhale, fold, standing split. Inhale, lengthen. Step your right foot halfway down your mat. Exhale, forward facing triangle. Inhale, lengthen, join your palms. Exhale, float your right leg up, come to your warrior three. Inhale, take a big step back, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your left leg, turn your toes, raise your arms, reach high. Exhale, fold all the way forward, place your hands to the earth. We do our pulsations in here once again. So take an inhalation, lengthen, reach forward. Exhale, fold, hands come to the earth. 3 more times. Inhale, lengthen, reach forward. Exhale, fold, hands to the earth. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen, reach your arms forward. Exhale, fold. 1 more time. Inhale, lengthen, reach forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, walk your hands around to frame your right foot. Exhale, step back and vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. At the back of your mat, inhale, come forward to your high plank. Bring your legs together. Bring your left hand in the center of the mat. Turn onto the outside edge of your left foot and come into your side plank variation. So you might keep your legs stacked. You might do like I'm doing and drop your left knee down into the center of the mat. Some of you might even be taking variations where you're lifting the right leg. You can take it into a tree. You can take your big toe bind, whatever works for you. Stay connected to your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's take 1 more breath in and 1 more breath out. Good. Inhale, come through to your high plank. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Last round, left side. Inhale, send your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Inhale, raise your right leg, lengthen. Exhale, standing split. Inhale, lengthen, step your right foot halfway down your mat. Exhale, fold, forward facing triangle. Inhale, lengthen, join your palms. Exhale, float your right leg up to your warrior three. Inhale, take a big step back with control, high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your left leg, turn your toes, raise your arms, reach high. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the ground. We're going to stay in here once again. Take an inhalation, press the ground away and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Same options as before. You stay with your hands on the ground. You can maybe bring hands on blocks. Some of you, again, might be taking your tripod headstand. So walk your hands back so they're parallel with your feet. And then your crown of the head comes down in front of the hands. So you create that triangle, that tripod shape between the hands and the crown of the head. And then you start to gently lift up the legs. There's hardly any weight on the crown of the head. Really try to squeeze your elbows in if you're coming up into that tripod variation. Those of you staying in your forward fold, every inhalation is an opportunity to lengthen. Every exhalation, you might find some more space. If you've gone upside down, slowly come down, lower your feet softly. Let's all take an inhalation to lengthen. Walk your hands around to frame your right foot. Exhale, step back and vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Last little bit. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Inhale, raise your right leg, lengthen. Exhale, fold. We're going to stay in our standing split for the last time. So same options as before, hands on blocks, hands, one or both, coming to the back of that left leg. Some of you might walk your hands forward, stacking shoulders, elbows and wrists in one line, pressing the ground away from you, finding that stability, that connection to the earth. And maybe you're having a little play with pouring the weight into the hands, maybe lifting up the left heel, coming onto the tippy toes. Maybe you do that a few times again. Maybe for some of you, having a little play with your handstand practice. We're just going to stay a couple of more breaths in here. Again, standing split, people, doesn't matter how high you're lifting that right leg. Just keep it really, really super active. Wonderful. Okay, so from wherever you are, step, jump, float your way back through one last vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop your knees. Sit back on your heels. Bring your hands to rest onto your thighs. Close your eyes if it's comfortable. Be still. Resist the urge to adjust, to fidget, to move, and just feel. What do you feel? How do you feel? Again, do you feel the beating of your heart? Do you feel blood moving, energy moving? Is there anywhere in the body that feels a particular sensation? Hot, cold? Be with what's there. Just breathe. Staying where you are, take a deep inhalation through your nose. Open your mouth, gently exhale it out. Once more, full inhalation through your nose. Open your mouth. Gently seal your lips and just let your breath return to its normal, natural rhythm, whatever that needs to be in this moment. Don't try to control it, just let it be. And then slowly come up to all fours. Find your way through to seated. Come to lie down onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest with you. Give yourself a beautiful big hug. You might like to take a few gentle rocks from side to massage your lower back softly, gently. And then bring your knees to center. Take your arms out to your sides and drop your knees over to the left. Maybe slide your hips and your upper body over to the right as you come into a reclining twist. Let your right shoulder gently draw down towards the ground so you can really feel that beautiful stretch through the right side of the body. And just take a few breaths in here. Soft, calm, steady breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Slowly bring everything back to the center. Take a moment to pause and reset, and then take your twist over to the other side. Drop your knees to the right. Maybe slide your hips and your upper body to the left. Let that left shoulder draw down towards the ground. Finding space through the left side body. Breathing here. Last few moments. Slowly bring everything back to the middle. Give yourself a lovely big hug. Take some rocks. And then separate your knees. Bring the soles of your feet to face towards the ceiling. Maybe bring your hands to the soles of your feet. If that's too much, take your hands to your ankles or possibly the back of your thighs and come into a happy baby pose just for a few breaths. If you like, continue to gently rock side to side. Keep your lower back, your head and shoulders in contact with the ground. And just gently rock, finding space into the groin, the hips, just for a few moments. Sending your knees down towards your armpits. Soles of the feet facing towards the ceiling. And then as you feel ready, gently release. Bring your knees back to center. And then start to make your way towards your Shavasana. So as usual, I invite you to take your Shavasana in a place that feels good for you. You don't have to stay lying onto your back. You can come to lie onto your side, onto your front. You can bring your legs up the wall. As always, take your Shavasana in the place that serves you, that allows you to really relax, to really soften. And for this next few minutes, there is nowhere to go, nothing to do. Just allow yourself to breathe, to soften, to release. And the stiller that you become, the more you can start to really invite your awareness to the subtle sensations, feelings, thoughts, emotions. Bring yourself towards this place of stillness, this place of quietness. If you feel that you would like to spend a little bit longer in your Shavasana, then please feel free to do so. If you do feel that you're ready to come on out, then just gradually, gently start to bring some movement into your body, moving fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. Whatever feels good for you. You might like to take a long, lovely stretch, extending your arms, extending your legs. Take a deep inhalation. And then exhale, release. And then from wherever you are, do whatever you need to do to start to bring yourself up towards a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat. If you need to, sit up onto a block or a cushion to give you a little bit of extra elevation. Find a position where you can ground through your sit bones, lengthen through your spine. Close down your eyes if it's comfortable to do so, and just take a moment to be still. A moment to feel your body, your breath. Notice your mood, your energy level. How do you feel today? And then join together your palms, bring your thumb knuckles to lightly rest at the center of your chest. And just take some time to reflect on your intention, and then to reflect on your dedication, that person or people that you were devoting your practice and your energy to this morning. Keeping that intention and that dedication close to your heart. And then gently lift your thumbs to the center of your forehead and slowly come into a forward fold, placing your hands to the earth, giving thanks to the earth. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. I wish you a lovely day. I hope you get to spend some time in the sunshine. If you do have any questions or any comments or anything you'd like to share, I'll be here for a few minutes, so feel free to pop anything into the live chat. If not, I'll be back next week, Sunday at the same time. And also I'll be teaching in the Bermondsey studio from this Thursday evening, a mandala class at 6 till 7 p.m. So it would be lovely to see some of you in real life. This Thursday will be Earth again. So the same element we've just done, but different sequence. So yeah, if you have, as I said, any questions, feel free to pop them into the chat. Thank you so much again for practicing with me, and I wish you a lovely, lovely day, rest of the weekend, and a lovely week. Thank you so much, everybody.